Hey, good afternoon and welcome to the first of its kind culinary experience. Yes, my name is gang member Wyza and I'm representing the Tequila Gang. We are changing the game today because you guys primarily know us as the biggest online house junkies, right? But today we're gonna serve it to you a little different. A fusion of music, cocktails, and food. Don't forget the views, Babon? So follow me and let's go check out Chef Chichichampagne, Buster Gushima, and Shohi. Let's see what they're cooking up. My name is Wyza and check this out. Let's go.
My name is Duba. I reside in Midrand, originally from Botswana, married in Polokwane. I am an internal auditor turned into a chef. I basically run a bakery and a cooking studio, but the idea was to give a platform to the young chefs that came from a pastry school. I didn't start as a business. It was a community development project that turned into a business. And then I saw a need, I saw a business idea, and I saw a gap in the market, and then here we are today. From the bakery side, we do from bread, pastry, cakes, desserts. And then from the studio side, we're not literally selling food. So what we're doing is that we're hiring studio to people doing different things in terms of doing their cooking demos, chefs wanting to do their cooking classes, or people wanting to do their promos in terms of like the product placement or whatever they could do. What we found to be more popular in the studio is our kids cooking classes. Yeah, kids cooking classes and baking classes, and we basically then that turned into having to do a kids cooking show, which we were supposed to launch on the 16th of June, but because of COVID, we had to change our plans. This place has actually tested every milligram of my body. Like it's like dealing with people, you know, like it's so different because you are here, you have to make decisions. You don't run to anybody to make decisions. You have to be on your toes. You have to make sure that at least people are getting the cleanest food ever. The place has to be its in cleanest form. Our industry on its own, besides COVID, I mean, it's highly regulated in terms of hygiene, and I'm not sure whether it's this side or only we get checked all the time. So it's not even about, we have been wearing dust masks before COVID. Every time before we come to work, we clean before we touch anything. It's a norm. But we've heightened the process. But when the workers come in, we check their temperatures, they sanitize, they wash their hands, they wear protective clothing. And then when the customers come through the shop, we check their temperature, we write their details down, even though sometimes they get irritated, but then it's not about us or them or whatever, but we're just doing it so that at least we can protect each other.
Chef Chichichampagne, the one and only. My line of business, I do hospitality consulting, private executive catering, and I also do training, chef training. I'm a chef, I'm a bona fide chef. When you train as a chef, you train in all lines. What you do is you would want to specialize, just like a doctor. You do your MD, and then you can decide that you want to specialize. But I'm just a bona fide chef. Most of it is personality. My personality is just out there. Look, people tend to think that we haven't been schooled, that you just woke up and said, no, you know what, I just want to cook. I mean, we go through, we do degrees, we do doctorates, we do diplomas, just like anyone else. Skill has to be there, talent has to be there, the discipline has to be there, the want to be a chef has to be there, because it's not all as glamorous as we see it on TV. It's nothing like that. It's a passion. Yeah, glamour comes. Sometimes it never comes to other chefs, you know, because it's hard work. My first dish as a chef. No. I'm trying to think. Because I've been in this business for 19 years. So I'm trying to think. No. I love seafood. I would say langoustines. Yeah, langoustines, pan-fried with butter, garlic, lemon. The last thing I prepared was beef curry. My favorite food or dish is toasted cheese and tomato. Music and food, I think if there's no music, there's no food. If there's no food, there's no music. They're like twins. They have to be there. Whether when you're cooking and you're singing, there's a hymn, a church hymn coming along, and when you present the food, there has to be some background music. So it's integral. It's important that food and music is together. The ducky sauce. It's called a ducky sauce, which normally is used in most of the chain restaurants for wings. So I did a similar thing, but based with Julio Tequila. We deal with food, and also my consulting. I train chefs, so most of the canteens closed up, which means my job, just comes to a halt. I had wedding events coming along; they were stopped. So this past 3 months, no income. It's tough. It's tough. But we pray. We hope for good things to come.
Name is Pastor Gushima. Real name is Ramukone Madiba, but obviously Pastor in the business. So I've been in this business just over 10 years now. So hospitality. So we sort of got into the business and actually positioned ourselves as a luxury brand for events. Originally from Polokwane. Did events there a couple of years, I think about 3 years. And we got into the whole restaurant business from 2011. Yeah, well, okay, so what happened, the way I got into this business is that I threw a birthday party in Pretoria. So there's a boy of mine, he's a comedian, Mashabela. So I invited people who were supposed to be friends and everything. So we've been doing a couple of parties every year, just enjoying my birthday. So this one time he sent me a text after this party in Pretoria and said, man, you can't be doing this for free. Everybody's following you and all of that stuff. I think it was 2009 September. And just that very same December, I decided, okay, I'm going to try this commercial-wise. And there's a place where I get Yohelem in Polokwane. So we did that party there, man. There was about over 1,000 people came through. And I thought, that's it. Look, I'm an IT professional. I went to school for IT, but I don't know, for some reason, I get to know a lot of people, and the whole events thing just became natural. And I thought this became a passion, and it became a business. So I never really worked. My first event was my first work at an event. And it just became a passion in a business. Look, we fresh, we edgy. We obviously high class, and when I'm saying high class, it's if anybody that knows our events, it's all about theme parties, dressing up, finer drinks, food, and all that stuff. But it's not in such a way that it's excluding of anybody else who's trying to come in, because we've always had a vibe that could host like the so-called the higher class, but at the same time everybody else. And that's what always driven me to do something different. And I looked at the industry and I thought something different is missing here. Look, it's that, and I think with entertainment and it's almost like show business is that it's it always look good on the outside, and there's a whole lot of challenges in it. And with anything that it's not as really as good as you think it is, but there's obviously, if you do it right, the opportunities are endless, and also you're perceived in a certain way, a lot of people, so people get to think they can sort of, have opinion about your business, because it's a sort of a public-facing business. Hey, look, obviously this was I was looking forward for the day in July, so that messed up with COVID. That was messed up, and this year, for the first time, I was going for 2 of my keys. So if it wasn't because of that, I had big plans on that. We just turned 10 last year. We celebrated a decade, so this was like a new decade for us as a company. But the positive part of it is that we've been developing other things, So, what COVID has done to a lot of people, and especially me, has sort of given me an opportunity to think and what other ways we can actually, execute what we execute. So we're building an app that will, sort of give some of our offerings, food, drinks, and events on there. We're also creating a private, elite membership club that also, even post-COVID, we're able to actually interact with the people that we want and actually host parties differently now because we all know things are not going to be the same anymore. And even if they are, we don't want to be the same anymore. It is, man. You know, so you see, I got two favorite beverages. So it's obviously tequila because that's like my everyday go-to. But others, obviously, I love champagne, man. I mean, everybody knows I love champagne. Well, see, the thing with tequila is it's a party starter, it's also a party closer. So yeah, I mean, I love tequila. Everybody knows I love tequila. It loves me sometimes. It hates me at times. Thank you to the gang.